Exploring the woods feels peaceful until you stumble upon something that was never meant to be seen. These are real Reddit stories from people who ventured into the forest and witnessed the unexplainable. Some made it back. Some were never the same. Story 1. Footprints around our tent. User UOutdoorGeek94. I was 12 when my cousins and I went camping in Maine. It was deep in the forest. No cell signal, no roads nearby, just trees and us. At around 2 a.m., I woke up to this slow, rhythmic sound outside the tent. Thump, thump, crunch. Footsteps, deliberate and heavy. We froze. My older cousin whispered, "Don't move." We thought it might be a bear until we heard breathing. Slow, human breathing. And then soft laughter. It wasn't words, just the sound of someone enjoying our fear. We waited for what felt like forever. When the sun finally rose, we unzipped the tent. Nobody was there. But on the wet soil surrounding us were footprints, human, barefoot, circling our tent, exactly 3 times. Story 2. The Wooden Doll. User, that one canoe kid. My friend and I were kayaking down a river in Oregon when we saw a small trail that led up a hill. We pulled over, locked our kayaks, and hiked up for fun. Halfway up, we found this tiny clearing. In the middle was a hand-carved wooden doll, about 10 inches tall, with a face twisted in pain. It was nailed to a tree with rusted wire around its neck. We joked it was some witchy stuff and took a photo. Big mistake. That night, back at our campsite, our firewood kept going missing. We thought it was raccoons until my friend screamed. I looked over, and right behind our tent, the doll was standing upright, same rusted wire, but now it had 2 new scratches on its face. We left that night and never went back. Story 3. Eyes in the Trees. User Banana Boat Truth. Hiking solo in West Virginia, I got caught in a sudden fog. Couldn't see more than 10 feet ahead. I wasn't scared at first until I started hearing clicking sounds. They came from the trees above me, like someone tapping 2 stones together. Every time I stopped walking, it stopped too. When I moved again, the clicking resumed, closer. Eventually, I saw something move above me. I looked up and saw a pair of glowing eyes, not reflecting like animal eyes, but literally glowing. They blinked, then disappeared. I turned and ran. The clicking followed me for almost a mile, fading only when I hit the main road. I still don't know what it was, but I haven't hiked alone since. Story 4. Buried Screams. User Dead Branches 1986. During a Boy Scout trip in Northern California, we stumbled on what looked like a shallow grave, covered in leaves and branches. It wasn't part of the trail. There were scratch marks on nearby trees, like someone had tried to climb out of the earth. Our scout leader told us to back away and reported it. Days later, we found out nothing was buried there, at least not anymore. But for months after, 2 of the scouts who had approached the site claimed they heard screaming when they closed their eyes at night. One even had a recurring dream, someone buried alive, clawing their way up, only to be dragged back down. Story 5. The Cabin with No Path. User Gnarwolf89. I was biking through some old trails in Colorado when I got lost and ended up in an area that wasn't on my map. That's when I saw it. A small wooden cabin hidden behind some overgrowth. Curious, I knocked. No answer. The door was open. Inside were dozens of Polaroid photos, all of people sleeping. Different people, different locations, every bed different. None of them noticed the camera. I noped out of there, marked the GPS, and went to report it. But when authorities came with me the next day, the cabin was gone. No structure, no foundation, not even tire marks. Sometimes the woods hold beauty, peace, and sometimes secrets that were never meant to be uncovered. If you've got a story, drop it in the comments. We might just feature yours next. And if you want more true tales from the shadows of Reddit, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell.